take it away. Tangale na the place called me Padre the Real Gangale again with another scrumptious interview for you, maze. Nimewambia Boom Sessions today iko on fire with some good personalities and some big names here. And today it's gonna be crazy. So right beside me, I have Mr. Michael Strano. I will let him introduce himself. Ndio msikie who he is, maze.
So I'm Mike Strano. I'm a serial entertainmentpreneur. Have two companies in the creative industry. One is called Fat Music and Entertainment since 1999. You weren't even born. Yeah, you were three. Yeah. So and then Yakwetu, which is an entertainment technology startup from Kenya. We have the first online, biggest collection of Kenyan movies online, mymovies.africa. Yep.
Crazy. Most of my viewers, I know they are Gen Zs. By 1999, they were not there actually. But kama aujui Mr. Michael, without him, there is no Kenyan muse. There's no Kenyan movies, by the way. If you're thinking Kenyan movies, you're supposed to see him, literally. So, Mr. Michael, just a quick one. How's the creative industry in Kenya? How can you rate it?
It's very talented, has a lot of potential. Our biggest challenge is piracy. With piracy, we lose about 275 million shillings per day. About 92 billion shillings a year. And the sad thing is that it's actually very preventable. All we need is the internet service providers to block our customers' access to pirated content. And then I'm sure consumers will want to support, Kenyan content, right? Whether it's watching ads where, the ads pay for the content, or if you have ad-free content, they pay a subscription, or on our platform, you pay to rent or you pay to own. So that's our service. My Movies Africa doesn't have a subscription. So rent or own, it's up to you. You can even use Bongo points and M-Pesa. Yeah. So that's our biggest challenge as an industry. But I believe we'll resolve it. And once we do resolve it, imagine 270 million shillings into the creative economy every day. What that means for every creative in Kenya. It's an amazing opportunity.
Awesome. Crazy, yeah. So, Mr. Michael, have you ever applied for a loan in Kenya?
Yes, I have.
For a creative purpose?
No.
Okay, so today we are at the okay. So today we are at the Leadership Center in KCB, Karen, and we were literally talking about how the bank, the financial institution, can financially include the creative sector. What are you really looking up to from KCB as a financial institution that really wants to partner with the creative industry?
Yeah, so in 2017, there was the Movable Assets Act. The Movable Assets Act, so it's in law. The law in Kenya says that intellectual property, so like copyright and related rights, for example, or personality rights as well, you can literally borrow against that. So you can use that as collateral. Prior to that law in 2017, you could only use the traditional, what we call the traditional assets, which is like title deed, cash, what have you. So it's in law. The challenge is there's no bank in Kenya at the moment accepting intellectual property as an asset. So that's what we need to change. And KCB today has indicated a willingness to continue that conversation of where IP or the value of brands, for example, can be used as security, and I think it's going to be a co-creation of solutions for the creative industry.
Crazy. So, hey, those are some nice insights. So, what do you where do you see the creative industry after we have literally accessed the financial inclusivity from the banks? What are your future, let's say, numbers?
Yeah, I think there's still some work to do for the entirety for the industry. I think what today illustrated is that there's also a challenge with financial literacy in the industry as well. You know, creatives are really good at what they do in terms of creating, but maybe there's still some things to learn about financial literacy. You know, what do you do with your money when you make it? You know, how do you financially plan as well so you don't get stuck between jobs? Because the gig economy, right? So you earn on one, then it could be a month or two until you get your next job. Um, but I think there's some low hanging fruit for creatives who already making it and having a track record. A lot of them have done it with their own money or personal, what we call family and friends investment, for example. But it should be open to getting it, loans from banks and then obviously repaying them back. So I think the future is bright. But again, piracy is our biggest threat. So we need to work together. So I think at the moment the banking industry could probably loan to maybe 1% of the creative industry, because that's probably the amount of the creative industry that is financially viable. So already, like the guys who have commissioned works, for example, in film or have you. But your independent producers are struggling to make money because of piracy, So once we correct that, then that 1% can then grow to the wider creative industry, which is hundreds of thousands of creatives. So you'd go from, 1,000 creatives who may qualify at the moment to literally hundreds, thousands, or millions of creatives that could qualify for banking products like loans, investments, insurance, for example.
Crazy, crazy. Hey, I hope you're hearing and I hope you're taking notes, big time. From the cooperatives to the creatives, big time, big time. So, Mr. Strano, I want you to leave the people with just an advice, the creative industry. Leave them with just an advice and tell them where they can find you on the social media platforms as we wrap this up.
I think what's important for the creative industry of Kenya is also for them to increase the consumption of their own content. There's a lot of foreign content that gets consumed over local content. That doesn't grow our industry. If you look at the industries that are growing, like Nigeria, like South Africa, they're really passionate about their own content. So as they say, charity begins at home. Yeah. And then also don't perpetuate piracy, So don't use pirated content yourself. If you're a content creator, if you're pirating software, if you're pirating content, the same thing's going to be done to you. It's called karma, right? So tell your friends and family not to pirate content, not to consume pirated content, because the other thing that people don't really know is that pirated content funds organized crime and terrorism. Yeah, absolutely. There's studies that have been done on it. So when you're consuming pirated content, your data is being stolen and sold on the dark web. Yeah. And that money now goes into funding criminal organizations and terrorism. So not only are you not ensuring that the creatives are getting the money that they should get, you're also funding organizations that put your own life at risk and your communities at risk as well. A lot of people don't know that. So that's also what we're trying to raise as Partners Against Piracy Association of Kenya. So you'll find us online on all platforms, Partners Against Piracy Kenya. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard that, Partners Against Piracy, all platforms, yeah? You can find us at Icon Radio KE everywhere, and I'm sure we'll surely have this full interview very soon at the Boom Session. So stay tuned and make sure umeturn up the bass and the heat kwa sababu itakuwa noma sana. That was me, Tangale, at the place called Me Padre, the real Gangale. It has been an awesome evening here at the Leadership Center, and I really thank you all for staying in tune and pia kukuwa na sisi the whole time. Really love you all. We appreciate love. Thank you very much. This is Michael Strano for you. Better look him up. Big time. Boom!